This is a Wii remote, and when I swing this, I am fighting back and trying to save the solar system. Today, I'm taking a blast to the past and 100%ing Spectrobes Origins, the final installment in the Spectrobes franchise, and also one of the most unique games I've ever played before. From excavating different Spectrobes and evolving them to their max forms to fighting some of the craziest monsters I've ever seen, Spectrobes Origins was amazing. But don't get me wrong, this wasn't an easy journey.
Dude, these boss fights are hard. Come on. Yeah, it's an actual cutscene. I wish you could see my face right now. This is blowing my mind. I got hit. Yo, what do I do?
Yeah, this journey was absolutely insane. But let's go back to the very beginning. And I mean the very beginning. We gotta recap the first 2DS games, and hopefully do it in 60 seconds. Let's do this. The original Spectrobes takes place in the future, and we play as Rowland, who finds a crash-landed spaceship and one day finds the the prize mod, and using it summons out creatures called Spectrobes. We also learned there's an evil, gooey creature army called the Crawl that can eat literal solar systems, and Earth is next. And so, using the power of the Spectrobes and our lovely spaceship, we go around to different planets, beating them and saving the solar system. But then the second game, Spectrobes Beyond the Portals, comes out, where a brand new force comes into play: intelligence. The newly introduced High Crawl are smarter, stronger, intelligent Crawl that attack the same solar system that we live in, but we beat them. But the thing is, at the second game, we meet the final big bad, Krux, who isn't actually a Crawl, he's actually human. We face off with him at the end of the second game, successfully defeat him until he just disappears. And now we're in Spectrobes Origins on the Wii. Whew, I think that was in 60 seconds. Now we can finally start this video. The game kicks off with an introductory cutscene with
You'd think so.
voice acting, bro? I'm sorry, Pokemon. In Spectrobes Origins, the Crawl have once again regrouped under Krux. And our current task as the NPP is to defend the portal gates around the Nana Eurosystem to ensure that the Crawl cannot attack us. However, just like it's weird for your homies to not kiss you to sleep at night, something strange happens when we're tasked to go investigate our designated portal, as all of a sudden we get turbo-sucked into a brand new solar system. We wake up in a foreign land. No knowledge of what's happening here, no friends, no family, no happiness, just emptiness. And to top it all off, while we're here, we get a bone-chilling call, similar to when your ex-girlfriend calls you after 4 months into getting over her.
Hello, anyone there? This is an urgent message from Wyterra. Please
Wyterra?
help. We're under attack by a massive army of Crawl.
Crawl?
For some reason, in the middle of nowhere, we get a distress call about Crawl. Turns out, for some reason, there are Crawl here in this random, completely different solar system. And so immediately, we touch down on the planet, preparing to fight any Crawl that we find. And of course, just like in every sequel with a recurring OP main character, we can't use any of the Spectrobes we've caught in the last game. Because why would we?
I can't summon any Spectrobes.
And so we're forced to scurry away like little suburban children after our urban corporate stepfather comes home. We retreat into the Sanctum ruins, where inside we meet a very, very intelligent man.
So young and yet a Spectrobe master? Incredible.
The old man's name is Radis, and these are the people of Wyterra. We find out that all of these people have fled their village in order to escape from the Crawl. And since they recognize our Spectrobes achievements, we're asked to combat the Crawl. But alas, since we don't have any access to any of the Spectrobes from the previous games, we all rot here and die inside, is what I would say. But what is that, buddy?
What's that?
That's a great question. Radis reveals to us the Cosmolink, the tool of the Spectrobes Master in this solar system. While here, we learn the battle combat basics, which are the most unique from the franchise, as I've mentioned before, because you use your Wii remote to fight. From swinging your sword and sending out your Spectrobes and retreating your Spectrobes, the combat is sublime. And what's even more amazing is that I retained only 30% of this knowledge. And so we're thrown into our first battle ever against the Crawl. And man, it was great.
Let's do this, Spikin! Get that fool!
Over there!
Attack! I leveled up. Ow! I got this one. Get that one too now.
There's something magnificent about swinging your arm and your Spectrobe does a 3-yard dash tackle in front of you. And so we're able to retake the village, and even though the Crawl destroyed so much of it and everyone is sad, we got our Spectrobes! Before setting off and fighting the rest of the Crawl, Radis instructs us to gather some more Spectrobes, and so we find a patch of land and get to digging. Finding resources in Origins is a little bit different than the previous games, as you have to swing your remote to send out your child Spectrobe to find up items, and then you can just go pick them up. You no longer have to mine gems, and even if you do happen to find a fossil, you just dig it up there and excavate it on your ship. We also run into what looks like an EA DLC paywall, but for now, we go back to our ship and start excavating. In this part of the game, just this part almost made me quit this entire series.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Unlike the first DS games where you have to dig on your DS touchpad, we're playing on the Wii. So we gotta direct our Wii remote to where we want to dig and slowly but surely revive the fossil. But as you can see and probably guess, when you're swinging your Wii remote, it's pretty inaccurate a lot of the time. So similar to trying Vegemite for the very first time, this was horrible. Somehow, miraculously, we revive our first Spectrobe, a Torga, a motorcycle Spectrobe. And so we continue our mission to clear Wyterra of the remaining crawl. We make our way through like the Scourge virus, killing every crawl we see, and we find our first mini boss.
Nice.
At this point in the game, I'm getting pretty used to the combat. It's super fun, it's super fast, it's super intense. But the biggest thing I didn't really think about is armpit sweat. Our first mini boss was a rock hard crawl and was the first indicator of using our retreat feature for combat. Although you can swing your remote like an idiot, like how I'm doing, sometimes it's better to just touch and go.
Oh, come back. Kid, come back. Hey, man. It works.
And within due time, we're able to take down our first mini-boss. And so we push through the rest of Wyterra, exploring the beautiful lush green landscape and the occasional battle, until we arrive at our first final boss, one that kind of gives us in for a spin. I'd use his government name, but I don't know what it is.
Okay. Oh, we're the opponent. Okay, we gotta bait his attack. Come back. Oh! Oh, dude, these boss fights are hard. We're dead. Oh my god, how do I heal my Spectrobe instead of me? Come back, come back, come back.
Over there.
There's one more. Yes.
Surprisingly, this boss was pretty hard. But here's the thing, I like hard. I aim for hard. In fact, it's my favorite type of water because it makes me feel cool. Because hard water is ice, right? Anyway, at the end of this area, we find ourselves a strange temple that looks completely different than anything we've seen so far. And just like finding an old picture of your ex that you broke up with 4 months ago, we find an NPP badge on the floor. But how? From our current understanding, we're the only people from the NPP that has ever been here before. Yet this badge is old. It's dusty. So whose is it? In the corner of our eyes, we see what looks like a glowing, misshapen orange. Obviously, it's a Spectra, but upon touching it, we get a vision that won't leave us alone. We see an orange-haired Spectrobe master evolving, a Komainu, in this very room. With Wyterra being saved, we talk to Raddies about finding the next planets in the Kaio system. But also at the same time, Raddies explains to us the brand new typing system in Spectrobes Origins. Unlike the previous game, Origin takes the fire, water, plant, sky, and earth system. And unluckily for me, I only really retained 50% of this knowledge. But using the mysterious stone that we got from the boss fight, remember that? We're able to evolve our Komainu into the adult form, which actually got me turbo excited because my favorite part about creature captures is actually the evolution process. But before we go into the next planet and spread the Scourge virus, we open up the dreadful fossil digging station once more. But for some reason, today I felt different. I think I had a wet dream last night involving a fossil because for some reason, I was actually able to revive the fossil without giving it brain damage.
Oh my gosh, I did it. Wow. It survived! I might be better than this than I thought. Okay, we're not gonna talk about the rank, but hey, Azaza. Yes, sir. Call me Dr. Adrian, baby. Let me get the blower right now. Yeah. Wait, it's a Masato. Masay. You know what I'm talking about. Dude, I'm actually insane at this. It clicked, dude. You don't even need the laser. You just need to hammer it, rotate that bad boy, and then blow. So this is the one that we got from the temple called a Zen. Wait, this is new, I think. I've never seen this one before. It's a Zen. This will become a strong single strike fighter. I like the idea of that. This is we have this. This is our that one starter. Did they name them? No. Oh yeah, no. This is a Zozanero. No, I totally remember this guy. Zai. What do you evolve, revive into? A pair of shoes. And now we're ready to go to the brand new planet until we get a bone-chilling frequency call where the stakes have been raised once more. Cutscene.
Wait, that's Gina's frequency. Gina, do you read me?
Commander Grant? Yes, I read you. Oh boy, am I ever glad to hear your voice.
Are you and Roland all right?
We're fine, sir, thanks. But we touched down on a planet called Wyterra.
Mm-hmm.
So they did traverse the portal.
What?
Commander, do you read?
Wait.
Yes, I'm still here.
Is this the real commander?
I can't chart the coordinates of the Nanairo system from here for some reason.
I don't think it's him, dude.
The link's dead. That was strange.
What?
What he muttered to himself about the portal, you hear that? I mean, how'd he know about that?
Exactly.
Doesn't make
It's not him,
sense.
dude. we contacted
You're
somebody else.
overthinking it.
Even though we're worried about our communications line being breached in-game, you never have to worry about your internet security thanks to today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. So I recently went to PAX East, and let me tell you, it was pretty fun, but I was actually scared about something a little stupid, and it was to connect to the hotel Wi-Fi. If you didn't know, unencrypted Wi-Fi networks like those at the airport, hotels, coffee shops, or even at home can make you a sitting duck to a couple of hackers. And me being fresh meat in Boston, in a whole new hotel, and also at the convention center, I was horrified. But I still needed to use my laptop to get some work done. Luckily, I know about VPNs. And ExpressVPN has a solution to keeping you safe, as they're able to wrap your traffic in an encrypted tunnel, making hackers lose their minds. And if for some reason a hacker wanted to break through their encryption, well, good luck, because they're going to need a supercomputer and 1 billion years to break it. So thanks to ExpressVPN, not only was I able to get my work done, but also it's a vacation in a way. Remember, I don't always work on the road. I like to relax as well. And one of my favorite features about having a VPN is being able to access any show from anywhere in the world. I recently wanted to start watching The Office because everyone watches The Office, but for some reason Netflix in the United States just doesn't have it. But luckily, you folks in the United Kingdom do. So now all I gotta do is swap my VPN to the UK, and lucky me, I'm basically there with you guys and I can watch the show. This opens up so many possibilities to the moon for the amount of shows and content you can access now, as ExpressVPN is not only protecting you, but now you can watch over thousands of new shows on Netflix, Disney, Hulu, you name it, really. And you can watch these shows in any of 105 different countries. That's 103 more countries than I know. And there's so many benefits that ExpressVPN offers, such as having servers in all 50 US states, a brand new tiered plan that can be as low as $3.59 a month, aka 12 cents a day. And also, if you have any trouble, 24/7 customer service to answer any question within seconds, not hours. So find out how you can get up to 4 extra months by clicking the link in the description box, or by scanning the QR code on screen, or by going to expressvpn.com/AdrianW. That is my name. I've personally been using VPN since high school to bypass school Wi-Fi restrictions. But now as an adult, okay, I've been much more conscious about my internet security. So I've been using it more to protect myself, as well as, well, watch a couple of shows. So I can just vouch for the use of VPNs. They're so easy. It's just a button on your phone, man. But yeah, once again, go to expressvpn.com/AdrianW for up to 4 extra months. And thank you so much to ExpressVPN for sponsoring today's video. And of course, thanks to you guys for checking out today's sponsor. Like I always say, it always helps me out whenever you guys check out the sponsors of my videos. And it's also something that can easily help you out, especially if you're going out a lot and connecting to unencrypted Wi-Fi. So it's a win-win for everyone. Now let's get back to saving the solar system. And so we unlock a brand new planet, Doldogo, a primarily plant-based spectral planet. And so we make our way there. While here, we notice that the river is a purple Kool-Aid color. And although that might be my favorite color to see in a grape Jolly Rancher, I'm not sure I'd be comfortable skinny dipping in that. And so we walk around until we find the village chief's house, Greta's house. And of course, in here, before asking about the purple river, we go ahead and we aura farm.
I'm Gina, NPP.
That
This
is
is Rowan,
so
my
tough.
partner.
What? And for some reason, upon showing our NPP badge, this old hag in the middle of nowhere recognizes the NPP some reason. But anyway, the reason why we're on this planet is because Raddy's told us to find a Spectrobes Master Assistant by the name of Camtoga. And luckily for us, it sounds like we have a lead, because apparently something's happening in the forest that needs Camtoga's help. And so now it's our job to go ahead and investigate the forest, as well as getting some fossils, right? You can't go wrong with a couple of fossils. While in combat with the crawl, we also pick up a brand new skill for adult Spectrobes. Now we're able to charge up and unleash a special attack with them, and it is amazing. Oh yeah, check this out. There's a new thing. You can do charge attacks by posing, and you release it like this in an animation plate. When we reach the end of the forest, we find a girl fighting off the crawl bravely with a superb weapon of choice, a stick. And now it was the perfect time of the day for me to exercise my lats and triceps with, of course, 3 sets of beating up some crawl. I'll show you the real meaning of combat. Level 12, that's nothing against the fire type. Koma Inu! Just keep slapping them. Boom, boom, boom. Ah, by the way, this Koma Inu, she's like a fireball sometimes. It's so cool. And it homes. Look at that. Look at that. Level 14, level 15 now. You saved my life. How could I ever thank you? My name is Salia. Why did you go in the forest alone? Well, you'll see. Another cutscene. Okay, cool.
Catastrophe.
Cool. I mean, oh, this is bad. Salia explains to us the crawl have infected the tree and poisoned the water supply. And now it was our job to go ahead and find 3 different crawls in 3 different areas and annihilate them. We end up locating the first crawl to defeat. And this is when Spectrobes Origins suffers a pretty brutal awakening. Some enemies in this game are, for lack of a better word, very annoying. Stop, top! What? Come on, Inu! No go! Yo, he keeps shooting me! Charge it up, baby! Oh, that move is so OP. I'm gonna pop a heal just in case as well. We gotta play range here. Come on. We got it. Level up. Whoa, level 11 already? There we go. we cleaned the river. That's one down, 2 more to go. But it was at this point I realized that I had a pretty big advantage with my team. We have an ult we can retreat to. If I'm dying, I could just use my Spectrobe ult to nuke everything. With that mindset, we take out the second and third crawl that's poisoning the water system. No problemo. A quick heroic kiss to the cheek, of course. But suddenly we get a lore drop when all of a sudden the pyramid underneath the tree opens up. We walk inside and all of a sudden we get way more lore into the mix. So much lore that it actually started to scare me.
These are ancient. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I know that Spectrobes, well, they've been around a real long time and all, but still, this is really kind of unbelievable.
Turns out the Spectrobes are way more ancient than we thought. And also on the floor, we find ourselves another glowing orange fossil. Upon picking it up, we get a vision from the past, an ominous foretelling of what will happen in the future. But also in this vision, we see that same man from the last vision, but now he's talking to a younger version of the village chief. He starts talking about the bones of the shards of the king that are scattered on 5 different planets within the Kaio solar system, and it's apparently called the Beast King. And dude, this was scaring me because I don't like prophecies. Like, why can't there just be a prophecy of world peace and that's it? Why do we need some extremely powerful Beast King after a speech that I barely understand and I don't feel like breaking down? We delve deeper into the temple, and using our Spectrobes, we can actually access and solve puzzles with them. But at the very end, we face the final boss of the Doldogo planet, this Torterra looking anteater thing. And of course, I'd use his government name if I knew what it was.
Come on, get the butt! Get the butt! Get the butt!
Over there!
Come on, this is the strat. Swift strokes, swift strokes! Attack! What are you doing? Attack! Come on. Yes. It's all about the swift strokes, baby. Just keep going like this. And you beat every boss. You want to dig a fossil? You keep going like this. You beat every fossil.
Is this the fossil that we need to revive? Inside of the temple is the first shard of the king. And this thing looked really scary. It was blinking red and we just grabbed it. We end up going back to Greta to explain this shard. What is it and why was it attacking the tree of life? What is this intelligent planning that they have? And so we head on back to the ship to revive the fossils that we currently have, but with an overlooming thought. What is happening with the crawl? They're acting more intelligent. Could it be Krux? And even if it was Krux, what are they planning? Regardless, we revive one of the cutest Spectrobes in the entire game for me personally, a little Zappy. And since we mined a lot, we were able to get an evolved mineral to immediately evolve Zappy into its adult form, giving us our first Sky Spectrobe. I then got a perm. Nice. And upon returning to the communication center, we get an incoming transmission from back home. We talk to Harry, who tells us a strange factoid that put me a little bit on edge. Apparently, for some reason, after we disappeared into the portal, the commander also disappeared, which is strange because number one, he assigned us this very specific portal that, by the way, led to the middle of nowhere. But then Harry drops a bombshell.
It seems about 30 years ago, a young MPP officer disappeared on assignment out there.
Disappeared?
Hey, not so loud. Look, I want you to know I strongly recommended calling you guys back in, but he wouldn't do it.
Who was it, Harry? Who was the officer who disappeared?
You sitting down. It was Grant.
What?
And so a puzzle more complicated than the Zodiac Diddler comes into play. Why was Commander Grant here before? Why hasn't he told anyone? Where did he go? And what is he planning? We end up taking the Beast King shard we got from the temple to Raddy's, and he casually tells us, hey, that glow right there, that's a sign of an incoming dude. Last time this happened, 100 Spectrobes Masters, by the way, pulled a Minecraft 100 Days challenge to fight the crawl. So good luck. So now we're given a brand new task of collecting the other Beast King shards from the other planets, as well as, of course, find the former Spectrobes Masters assistant from the solar system. That was a mouthful. And so our next destination is Kogo area, a cold, snowy planet. God damn it. Listen, man, I hate the freezing cold in video games. It's scary. I have a crazy fear of freezing to death after I visited Boston for PAX East one time. Never again. And so we fly on over to Kogo area, and oh man, this place looks terrifying. We end up finding a snow ice cavern at the end of the area, and of course, we gotta go in. Inside Kogo area is a bunch of water type Spectrobes, and unfortunately for us, we're kind of at a disadvantage. Our strongest Comodoros is a fire type, and while we're doing way less damage, on top of, well, these Spectrobes have shields. Yeah, so now every time we hit a couple of them, our sword kind of just ping-pongs back. Our old big brain strategy of swinging and praying wasn't really working anymore, and on top of a type disadvantage, I knew that I would probably have to have a local grinding session soon. This also didn't help when I saw Vort of the Boreal Valley come out as a mini boss fight. I was screwed, man. I was... Oh! Scripted loss. Yo, let me see that other Spectro Master.
Try this. Heads up.
Is that the Sigma Cube?
Just hurry up and insert them in your Cosmo links.
Obtain
Cosmo Axe!
Is it better? 50 more attack.
Oh, yeah, it's better.
Over there!
I don't like it.
Some mysterious voice just gives us a brand new weapon that kind of sucks. But it was enough to kill the boss. I knew soon after this fight, we would have to grind for probably a couple of hours, but no matter. We finally meet the person we've been looking for this entire time, Kamtoga, the former assistant of the former Spectrobes master of this universe, or solar system, I should say. He tells us 30 years ago, he used to be the one that was wielding the Cosmo Link that we now hold on today. Was my first thought, yes, I'm actually better. We're younger and smarter. No, I wanted to give him this Cosmo Link because I'm tired, man. My arms are sore, dude. I'm a little baby with a little spaghetti noodle arm. We end up talking to Kamtoga for the location of the next Beast King shard, so, you know, we can take it, then we're out of here, right? But, no.
Why not?
Lots of reasons, but mostly because it's extremely dangerous, since you ask.
Rowland ends up getting into a stinky argument with Kamtoga, proclaiming that, you know what, he's gonna go find the shard himself. Which, I don't think that's a good idea, Rowland. I don't want to freeze to death. We end up finding the most suspicious looking wooden door in the entire level, and we just go off and start exploring, and all of a sudden there's a cutscene playing, and oh no.
I don't know about this route.
Don't worry about it. Look, we're almost there.
Oh, we're dead.
Well, why would you walk in with him? What are you doing? Dude, when I was a kid, I used to watch like National Geographic. Like, what do you do when you're stuck in an ice chasm? I swear I watched, it was either like a fictional movie or whatever. I saw someone go in here, but like he was just like a National Geographic guy. He got stuck in a hole with ice and he had to like live there for like a couple of days and he almost died. That traumatized me as a kid. I will never ever go to like a snowy area.
Inside this chasm, we once again see a little glowing orange. And of course, when we touch it, it is a Spectrobe. And just like before, every time we touch it, we get a flashback to the past. But this time, we see a younger Kamtoga talking to the former Spectrobes master. We also get a brand new Spectrobe, an Ukabi fossil, and Kamtoga comes in and rescues us. Kamtoga then warms up to us and gives us the most exciting thing to our adventure yet. One that I would actually argue should be in the beginning of the game, which is the ability to find legendary weapons. You see, around the map are these elemental doors, and behind them are special spectral weapons that we can use as long as we have the corresponding child Spectrobe element to open them up. I've been getting FOMO looking at all these cool pedestals, but now we can go get those weapons. But first, we gotta revive a couple of Spectrobes. We first wake up the Ukabi fossil that we just got from that hole. And since we had enough evolve mineral, we're able to evolve it to this Anubis looking serpent, which by the way, is our current highest level on our team. And so like a lost dog, I went back to my owner's home. I went to go find those old caves that I opened up to try and get the legendary weapons that I was owed. And oh my goodness, this is one of my favorite features in the entire game.
I got a Zaza sword for Zozane. Wait, there's Spectrobe weapons. Oh my god, look, it's on our arm as a dude, that's sick. I want a full Spectrobe loadout. Spectrobe sword, a shield, shoes. Oh my god, there's fire aspect. Dude, I love this sword.
This single moment right here felt better than even the time I got my first ever pair of white Nike Air Forces for $60. But it didn't stop there because there are multiple doors on each level. And so I went over to the Earth Element door on Doldogo as well and got the Buto sword, which is based on the shoe's Earth Spectrobe. That's, by the way, a real Spectrobe. It's a shoe Spectrobe. And I noticed that these weapons aren't just differing in element type and like what Spectrobe it's based off of. It's also different in the way that the moves are. For example, the Zaza sword is much more faster. It's much more clearer. Whereas the Buto sword is a little bit wider, but seems like it hits heavier. After collecting these legendary weapons, we end up going back to Kamtoga, who now reveals us the location of where to find the Beast King shard. And so we find a beautiful glacier pyramid with, what is that?
Man, I don't even want my pot pie anymore after seeing that. Are you serious? It's not even a boss, too. All right, come on, do a lot of damage, do a lot of damage. We'll play just super passively. Okay, 187 damage. Oh god, he's so far away. Can I even combo him from over here? I can. Oh, that does so much damage. He killed him.
That centipede boss right there kind of reminded me about how bad the Tokyo Ghoul anime is, but it's okay because we have a puzzle now. It seems like every single pyramid in the game has a mini puzzle that we have to do. And luckily for you guys, you don't have to watch the puzzle because all the puzzle is a walking simulator. And so we make our way into the sealed chamber where, of course, there's a boss, a three-headed Hydra with three differing elements. And so we pump up our Spectrobes and put our fists in the air and bring out our brand new legendary legendary sword, and we tackle this boss with full confidence until we realize that we do not do any damage. I'd use this boss's government name if I knew what it was. But jokes aside, this boss was brutal. Definitely the hardest so far. It hit extremely hard, but also I couldn't tell what the attacks were, and even if they were about to happen, I couldn't get out of the way. It also didn't help that most of my Spectrobes were under leveled, as I mentioned before, and it also didn't help that, well, everyone was dying.
It's over. It's so over.
But you see, there's something that this game doesn't know about me. I am a gamer from the future, and you know what I know about past games? There's jank. And you know what the jank is? Your toenail is open, buddy. I found a hitbox that allowed me to glide at the exact momentum to damage his toenail over and over and over again until we won!
Why is this boss so hard? I'm gonna go eat a pot pie. I'm going to grind.
And so we open up the chamber and gather the second Beast King shard from the planet of Kogo area. And upon returning to Camp Toga, he ends up giving us a little gift, another fossil that looks like a glowing orange. But of course, like it happened before, we get a flashback to the past where we see an NPP cruiser patrol ship crash down into this solar system. Camp Toga urges the young Spectromaster to not go inside and save anyone, but he goes in no matter what. And inside the ship is yours truly, a young Commander Grant. With everyone's help, Commander Grant was able to escape the exploding NPP ship just in time. And the flashback ends with a happy memory of the three of them laying down in the grass and what seems to be a long and fruitful relationship. But of course, like anyone's favorite memory of their old friends, those people sometimes change, oftentimes into completely different people. And so after a delectable chicken pot pie and grinding a couple of levels for our current Spectrobes, we also welcome some new and familiar faces to the team. Firstly, the most handsomest boy, Rygazelle, which is one of my favorite designs from the Origins game, as well as evolving this weird little coconut thing that we got from Camp Toga into a bird. Cool. But then, surprisingly, we were actually able to evolve it to another level, into this pterodactyl-looking monstrosity. Turns out when a Spectrobe is above level 30, they have access to their final form, meaning that little egg thing that I was making fun of is now currently our best Spectrobe yet. But I also realized that Zappy, that little electric sky type thing, is also level 31, meaning now our Spectrobe team is stronger than ever before, welcoming our brand new Max Evolve Spectrobe, which, by the way, I say this in every Spectrobes game and probably every Creature Capturer game, but these designs, chef's kiss. If Leonardo da Vinci made a Spectrobe, it'd probably look like this. But now it was time to return to the plot. Upon going back to Rarities, he tells us that upon collecting the 5 Beast King shards, we're able to awaken, well, the Beast King. We're also given the next planet in the solar system that we have to go to, Menahot. We also pick up a brand new Sky Sword, but before landing down at Menahot, we get an incoming distress call from a distressed sounding fella.
Oh my gosh, a side quest. I just want the Beast King.
And so just to recap, after our trip from Kogo area where we unlocked legendary weapons, we now land in Menahot, where we would later also get another very important upgrade. Currently, we're actually halfway through the solar system, so I was kind of praying that my grinding session was gonna pay off. While in Menahot, we meet some of the strangest looking NPC villagers I've ever seen in my life. Turns out this entire planet is much more industrialized, which kind of reminded me of Cyrus from the original Spectrobes games. And so, of course, I walked over and that's him. That's literally Cyrus, but his name is called Dyrus. Okay. Like, imagine playing Pokemon and in Soul Silver, you meet a character named Nash. Is that not just Ash? Anyway, we open up the walls of Shiganshina to go explore and find Neil. He's that screaming guy over the microphone that we have to save. But before going into this area, we get an ominous cutscene as finally we see Krux reappear in this game.
Holy aura farmer!
Giant of eons past.
The voice is different.
Here undisturbed, refreshing your awesome power. With my own dark power, I command you now to cease your selfish slumbers. The time is nigh for a terrible reckoning.
I wonder if Krux is trying to, like, revive sentient dark Spectrobes and then take control of them for himself. That's a huge I'm not killing that thing.
Slay this planet raw. Fulfill the
He's
dread
so
destiny
cool.
denied you in ages past.
As we enter Menahot's desert area, Zappy starts running off on his own until we find a set of ruins with a man calling out for help. Of course, it was Neil, the same man who called us over and over again to help him over the radio, and if he keeps screaming for help with that voice, I'm gonna go down there and strangle him myself. To get him out, though, we end up locating a glowing Spectrobe button cone, and stepping on it reveals an elevator to Desert Ruins 1. Inside, we find a flurry of Earth-type crawl, and luckily for us, we have the home field advantage. That brand new maxed out paired Spectrobe is a whopping 4+ levels above them with a type advantage. Instead of being bullied in the school playground, we were now the alpha male. We were the stronger foe who may or may not have a Glock strapped to my thunder thighs. So strange, my earwax in my left ear is wet and the earwax in my right ear is dry. A quick picker-upper for a few fossils and minerals, and now we finally meet Neil at the end of this temple.
Ooh, true story. So
I don't care. So Menahot is a little bit of a doozy planet. We basically now have to go around and find 7 other ruins in order to solve the ancient secret legend on this planet. Now, I'm not trying to say that I dislike puzzles because I'm stupid, but I dislike puzzles because I'm stupid. Jokes aside, the temples weren't actually too hard to find or solve. There was just a lot of them, dude. Not like Wendy's 4 for 4 plentiful, but more like KFC family style solo mukbang challenge a lot. But before finishing up all the rest of the puzzles on Menahot, I made a pit stop to revive and also evolve a couple more Spectrobes. And this is where I kind of found out a bit of a whirler fact that I did not like. I ended up finding out that this game prioritizes getting newer Spectrobes every time instead of leveling up older ones. What I mean by that is as you progress through the game, you can just revive fossils at completely way higher levels. And it's not like, oh, I can just grind older Spectrobes to get them up to par. You don't need to do that. In fact, it's actually way more efficient to just keep reviving and evolving newer Spectrobes, which is kind of disappointing because I've kind of grown a bond with all my other Spectrobes, and now I have to throw them away like dust? How could I do such a thing to some of the people that have stayed with me for so long? Whoa, wait, this is sick. But finally, after completing the rest of the Menahot ruins, we find the legendary treasure that awaited us. And oh my god, if you love Beyblade Metal Masters, this was one of the most magnificent things I've ever seen in my life. Whoa. I didn't know Storm Pegasus was out here in Spectrobes, but we now had a treasure that we can use to fight that crawl shark that Krux sent out after us. You have to get close to it, provoke it with an attack, lure it through the desert until it's in the middle. Whoa, look at this cutscene. Whoa!
It's an actual cutscene! I wish you could see my face right now. This is blowing my mind. Oh, that's sick. Oh my god! I'm so glad I'm recording that. I hope there's audio. But even though we blasted that shark literally to the sky, somehow a stingray crawl comes crawling out of its mouth, meaning it's time for the boss fight of Menahot. Lock in, twin. Come on. Wait, why did we do so much damage? But friends and Tomodachi's, times were different. Okay, during this time I grinded off camera. I've been through 7 different ruins, doing the same thing over and over again. I wasn't the same man, level 39 rattling multiple stronger Spectrobes. Boom! Give me something crazy. Give me another temple.
Long time ago, this was ground zero in the Great Crawl War. Power. The sheer, awesome power of the ultimate form. That's what saved the ancients. A miracle. And it's said that it will never rise again. Not unless compelled by the threat of dire catastrophe. Then, I can no longer wait for some ancient savior.
Weird. Shimainu fossil. Dude, we can't trust nobody. Let's take the shard and head back. Yep, 3 shards down. With another flashback to the past, the story, it's ultimately going to reach its climax very soon. But for now, we party on the Pegasus. And with that, Menahot is saved until we go back to our ship and get a transmission from the commander himself. He tells us there's something of great urgency. Krux has deployed a dangerous device into the solar system, and we need to trust him and get rid of it now. Apparently, it is a giant, enormous mass of crawl energy the size of a planetoid. But instead of continuing to explain what even is happening, the commander hangs up and decides to aura farm in his chair. We then get another flashback of a young Commander Grant experimenting with a crawl's dead body, and in this flashback he discovers something more terrifying than your mama. A strange fluid that can be used to create crawl from literally almost nothing. Grant blasts the crawl to death, which causes the young Spectromaster to come running into the room. But for some reason, Grant hides his discovery. recovery. But that currently doesn't matter. We now retreat back to Raddy's because the stakes are higher than they ever were before. With a crawlosphere that size, it could completely destroy Wyterra in a single blow. And so we're now going on an expedited mission to the next planet in the solar system, Slayo. And this place is enormous with a gigantic tower in the planet. But we had to hurry. We only had 2 shards left. Will we make it in time? Until we walk into the tower of Slayo. Until we notice something strange in the atmosphere.
Are you okay?
I don't know, just something. Can't you feel it?
I don't know, that was so funny. You gotta be kidding me. There's a person in there.
This better level up Rygacel like crazy.
Oh, nice.
You ever seen a crawl retreat before?
No, never. It's not in their nature.
I feel like my 8th circle of hell would be getting stuck with a Rubik's Cube. After meeting that weird crawl, we meet a weird robot on the floor. And its name is Tidy. Apparently his friend Scout disappeared, leading us to believe that Scout is that other robot inside of that spider crawl. And so now it's our job to go ahead and ascend the entire tower of Slayo. And this section of the game is very, very, very annoying. Listen, you ever try to solve a Rubik's Cube for the first time ever in your life? Well, this place reminded me of that exactly, but the Rubik's Cube was in my ass. Slayo's tower consisted of multiple battling segments, Spectrobe puzzle segments, as well as general puzzle segments. And the worst one, in my opinion, is the doors, where you have to basically guess like 1 out of 10 different doors on the right one to go up. Here's the thing. I didn't know what I was doing. Apparently each door has like a significant thing that's different about them that sets them apart, like the audio of the door, the marking of the door. I didn't care. I just opened all of them. I mean, this place wasn't that bad, right? Right, Adrian?
No! Yeah!
Oh.
Oh my god!
But besides those moments, it wasn't that bad. We got ourselves a brand new legendary spectral weapon, and eventually we ended up at the top of the tower.
Whoa! Gina, check out the view of Menahot from here.
Men are hot.
Beautiful. And informative, too. It solves the mystery of the tower.
Huh?
It's a memorial to Menahot.
What the You gotta be kidding me. And so the boss fight on Slayo starts. One of the most threatening and ominous looking crawl appears before us. But don't worry, we lock in.
No!
The face takes more damage.
Oh my god, bro, I was losing my mind. I was flicking the remote and it wasn't attacking.
With the last easy boss fight done in the game, we save Scout and retrieve the semi-final Beast King shard we needed. But on top of that, we finally get a flashback that actually explains so much of what we've been missing, including who this young Spectro Master may be and why. Why did Commander Grant not tell us this?
I've kept something from you, I'm afraid.
What are you talking about?
I know about that strange fluid.
What?
It's our sole hope. The only way we'll ever rival their power. With it, we could end all wars. You do see that?
Yes. Of course I do. How long have you known?
Ever since the day you first stumbled.
Strange fluid. Is
I
he
was
talking about
keeping
the
watch on
Crawl's
you.
semen?
I had to. Anyway, I witnessed the incident in the lab.
You.
Yes. And you need to go further. Much further.
You need to go further
Not that I'm
beyond.
criticizing
You need to
your
go
efforts,
full cowling.
But we need a far purer sample of this source. You know I'm right. This is too important to just sit on.
Krux, think.
It is Krux! We called it! I mean, pretty obvious, but I'm glad they actually confirmed it now. God. So, okay, my theory now, obviously the theory was that I thought it was Krux. I'm glad I was right. But I guess what happened is he got, like, corrupted by the crawl semen.
It isn't safe in human hands.
My hands. Admit it, that's what you mean, right? You're gonna keep it all for yourself.
Okay, maybe he was just always
That's the
insane.
truth.
I wonder if they made Beyond the Portals with Origins in mind. Like, they knew that they were gonna do... Ooh, hold up. Long ago, even before this tower was built, there were more Spectrobes than there are today. Menahot was still the central planet in the Kaio system, and its cities were teeming with not only Spectrobes, but Spectrobe Masters. Yup, the young Spectrobes Master that we saw in all the flashbacks was indeed Krux, and there used to apparently be more Spectrobes and Spectrobe Masters before the war. But before making the trek to the final planet for the last B shard, we revive a brand new Spectrobe that will turn out to be the carry for the rest of the game. But now we get our final destination to hopefully save the solar system, a planet called Bammud. But before going, we get an incoming transmission from Kogo, who tells us that he'll also rendezvous with us because that planet is especially dangerous. But the biggest reason is because he thinks something's off. Something strange is happening on that planet. And so we arrive on Bammud, a volcano planet, and we quickly go ahead and find a brand new legendary weapon. But all of a sudden, what?
Never relax, Roland. They wait for that. Especially when you've been kicking their rears from here to Alpha Centauri.
Oh, shit.
No way!
Very dramatic stagecraft. I mean, if you like that sort of thing.
It's a reunion.
So what are you, some kind of king of the crawl?
Same old rough-hewn impudence, eh, Kogo?
After Krux did his daily aura farm, he teleports out of there, allowing us to go into the temple of Bammud. But while inside, we get sneak attacked in the most brutal and also absurd way possible.
Get out!
Oh!
Bruh! It's Eruption from Skylander! Dude, there's no way he lived that. Man's flew into a furnace.
He's all right.
No, he's not!
And now our task is to go down into the fire ruins and go ahead and find Kogo, or what's left of him, because there's literally no way he survived that. The ruins of Bammud had some pretty easy enemies, I'd say. We were level 61 with this brand new freaking Spectrobe that, by the way, was destroying everything. These freaking Hyper Beam, Krillin, Piccolo, Blazer Beams. We were steamrolling our way through, and honestly, the puzzles here weren't even that bad either. Also, you can open your minimap if you press one of the buttons on your Wii controller. I didn't know that. So even now, I'm learning new things. It wasn't long until we got to the final floor and were able to find Kogo somehow alive. But this is when the playthrough finally said, here's a challenge.
Great!
Ooh, smash. He's getting smoked. Watch this. Okay, we do a lot of damage, but we take a lot of damage. Wait, I need to hit its tail. Oh my god, it died. I killed it I killed my Spectrobe. The final boss on Bammud was harder than my erection when I watched the latest Invincible episode. This guy had a very annoying gimmick of essentially reflecting every attack you shoot at it when you shoot at it. And well, my best Spectrobe is one that shoots at it, and my weapon is one that shoots at it. On top of that, the rest of my Spectrobes were like level 30 to 50. Our best Spectrobe's level 60 and is already out of commission. The trick to this fight is to hit that glowing tail. The problem with this fight is it's a little hard to do that when he's jumping around like a kangaroo. But finally, after multiple attempts, we locked in. The stream chat didn't believe me. They were telling me to quit it, to stop, but we never stopped.
Damn, bro! I don't need no higher level Spectrobes!
Toga, just hang in there, okay? I swear you're gonna be putting me in my place again in no time. Toga, say something, come on!
He's dead.
Anything!
He fell
Or
from
open
like
your
80
eyes
feet in the
or
sky.
Something, please, come on, come on!
You guys.
Thank goodness Kogo survived, because wow, I don't even know how he survived. But anyway, we finally got the last of the Beast King shards. This only spelled something more ominous. The red glow was much more intensive, meaning the danger is closer. All of a sudden, Krux appears, and the most confrontational conversation in all of Spectrobes takes place.
Wait, he's not the real one.
Yo!
Grant!
Commander?
Yes, listen to me. I finally managed to repair the video file from that robot's memory. And it turns out the figure in the mask, it was Krux.
Krux? You sure?
But somehow he looked the same age as he did the last time I saw him. And that was 30 years ago. Drop it! The masquerade's over. Just drop the mask and show yourself, or we'll do it for you!
Or the crawl made him young.
Whoa!
What? Two of them?
What's going on here?
Krux? You're still alive? How can it... What's going on here?
Grant, Kogo. Fate is a capricious thing, isn't it? What a bittersweet reunion.
Wait, so it was Krux. They were like, it's not Krux. It was Krux. It turns out there was 2 Kruxes this entire time. I was sure one of them was Harry Potter. But now we get a flashback of a younger Krux and a Commander Grant arguing about the use of the crawl fluid that we saw earlier. Grant argues that it's much too dangerous to be used in the power of humans. And Krux, blinded by his own lust for power, wants to take it for himself. Even though Grant warned him that he may not ever be human ever again. It doesn't matter, Krux. He just wants the power. He just wants to be the strongest. And Grant tells him that he'd be half human, half crawl, meaning our theory from the very beginning was true. Krux, the young Spectromaster, once protector of the solar system, being blind to his lust for power, ended up becoming the destroyer, and is now no longer a person. He's a monster. We now go back into the present timeline, but what is happening? Who even is this Krux doppelganger? Turns out it's a character from the last game, Jado of the High Crawl, that we left alive. And here I was shivering my timbers because I thought that you would now have to do a duo battle between Jado and Krux. Until...
No, please! Forgive me! No!
Why did there need to be a copy of him? Oh, I can't do another boss fight. Don't do this to me, bro.
You actually think there's a chance I let you escape? Krux! Animal! Worse than an animal, animals can feel at least. You're a plague, a curse on the universe!
Wait, what?
Oh, GG, bro.
Go! Go! Don't worry about us! Just keep going! We'll be fine!
But no!
Now! Before it's too late! Go now! That's an order, Rollin!
Rollin, look!
We're dead. We're dead. You saw the speed of that lava rise up. We're dead.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we have Pegasus.
Yes.
Wait, why didn't we use the Pegasus to save?
Enjoy it while you can.
Why didn't we
Very
use it to
soon
get
now
Grant
the end will come
and
upon
Camtoga
us.
across?
All right.
We can't just... It's not right.
We gotta go.
And now the time for the end is nigh. With all of the Beast King shards, we can now save the universe. But before doing that, I went ahead and took a break and grinded a couple of Spectrobes. Remember, this is a 100% video, and to 100% Spectrobes Origins, well, we need to collect every Spectrobe as well as evolve them to their max form. But before doing that, I went ahead and did a little bit of spring cleaning, dare I say. I circled back to most of the planets that we missed earlier in the game and started getting all of the weapons that I could totally find. Most of them are, like I said, totally obvious, with some of them being not totally obvious. But before going to the last area of the game, I started evolving a ton of my Spectrobes. You see, like I said in this game, as Rowland gets stronger, if you revive older fossils, they can actually revive at a higher level. And unlike Spectrobes I or Spectrobes Beyond the Portals, in Origins, you can kind of just give them an evolve mineral and they'll just evolve, rather than the brutal conditions of you gotta feed them a specific amount of juice and then you gotta feed them a amount of specific battles. And so because of that, if you look in our Spectrobes database, I had a ton of brand new faces and a ton of brand new designs I will look at later. And before we continue and go to the finale of the game, I love these designs. Like, there's something magical behind these monster creature designs of an old retro game, and I loved every part of it. Well, maybe not retro, but this is as old as it gets, I think. And so we fly on back to Wyterra to have our final conversation with Raddies, because now starts the fight for the rest of the solar system.
I never doubted you'd succeed in finding the shards.
Oh yeah, we did that. We got all the beast shard stuff. I completely forgot about that, I'm not gonna lie.
So tell us, what do we have to do to awaken the ultimate form?
There's your answer. Way up there, on the peak of that mountain. It's called the Pool of Awakening.
Pool of
A
Awakening.
monument left by the ancients.
Pool of Awakening?
Bring the shards. Each one of them must be alive. Once in place, the ultimate form will rise from its ageless slumber.
With Storm Pegasus, we now have access to the ancient village. And of course, the strongest crawl we've ever faced before at a whopping level 57.
But that doesn't matter because I've been grinding for hours and hours and hours.
We're the strongest we'll ever be. We end up finding one of the last legendary weapons I need, the Gorb Zapper, and we face a Spectrobe Elemental door, only openable when we have all Spectrobes of differing elements on our team. Going through the door, we're at a brand new plateau. And at the top of the mountain is the most beautiful scene I've ever seen in this game. The Pool of Awakening. All we need to do is put all 5 pieces of the Beast King and it will revive him and hopefully save the planet. But of course, just as we're about to place the final piece of the Beast King, a portal appears.
Jado lived? I do wish they had more high crawl in this. And dark Spectrobes. We haven't seen any dark Spectrobes.
Dude, if we had costumes in this game, imagine if we could wear Krux's fit.
Oh, nice. We'll play slow. Oh god, he just hit us hard. All right, let's pop Shimayinu. What am I supposed to be hitting? He's weak to melee. Really weak to melee. He's in like shadow mode. Well, I only do 20 damage. Give me a new weapon. Give me a new weapon. I don't know why, but I'm not killing him. What was the one that we just picked up? It was a new blaster, right? Give me one that does a lot of damage. The Gorb Zapper. I don't know. We're popping it on. I just hit my mic. I got hit. Yo, what do I do? Dude, I genuinely don't know what to do. I'm gonna keep smacking. Shagging does a lot of damage. He does so much. What the? He does 300. Oh my god, does he have a second phase?
Defeated by children? It's impossible. Master Krux, hear me. Please, I beg you. Lend me now just the smallest portion of your awesome power, and I will do your bidding.
It's kind of sad.
I seek nothing but your glory. I ask no more than to be your punishing hammer of vengeance.
I don't think he's coming, Jado.
Why?
Gina!
Bruh.
And worse, am I to share the same dustbin with his enemies?
Yes, and your dust.
Oh, he's gonna shoot all of us dead.
Undifferentiated insignificance.
Rollin! I know! The ultimate form. It's finally time!
Oh yeah, I forgot that's why we were here. Place the final shard. Well, can I take a look at the beautiful? Let's calmly. Oh, it's an actual cutscene.
Ultimate form, arise! I summon you! Protect us from the forces of darkness!
Is that the blue-eyed white dragon?
Wyterra must not be destroyed!
Yo, if I saw this when I was 7 years old, I would have actually just pissed my pants.
It can't be.
Can I have this permanently? Wait, where did the budget go? Now we're back to regular cutscenes. We finally had access to the ultimate form, and we were able to successfully use it to annihilate Jado for good, as well as save Wyterra. While this is happening, of course, Cam Toga and Commander Grant were able to successfully come back alive. But before Commander Grant can explain how he knew everything, everyone, Krux, all of this before it began, turns out we still have a mission to complete. The Crawlosphere was rapidly approaching us, and so the plan has been hatched. These 3 will go to the Emergency Planetary Council, and the teenagers will go fight the Crawlosphere. Yeah. And so now it's time. The end is coming. The end is nigh. Rollin and Gina, arguably the strongest NPP members in the entire solar system, will have to go together, just us, to save this solar system. And so we pull a fossil fighters and land inside of the Crawlosphere, characterized by large, gooey, I don't know, tentacle things. And inside was a combination of every single crawl we've ever faced before in our lives. This meant that we had to consistently swap out for different weapons, as well as swap out for different Spectrobes. The end of each area in the Crawlosphere, we end up finding a larger mini-boss, but with them being former iterations of what we've already killed before, it was pretty easy to get on past. As I've mentioned before, our team was the strongest it's ever been. No matter the enemy, no matter how many tentacles there were, I wasn't scared. I've read and watched enough hentai to know that I can power through. Until finally, we are at the end of the Crawlosphere, the final room. Surely, indubitably, Krux awaited us. The final battle was here. We're like inside of a kiwi right now.
What? The level's off the chart.
Gina, look.
What is that? It's a dragon fruit. Where's Krux? Okay. Okay.
This is as far as you go, my young Spectrobe master.
Why isn't Krux using crawled Spectrobes? Wasn't their whole gimmick that they could use Spectrobes or dark Spectrobes?
Well, come on then. Let's see if you know how to use it.
You're a fool who sacrificed everything for power. We'll never lose to you.
Let's do this.
Wait, we're actually fighting, is that? Oh, holy. All right, I have a plan. Run! Oh. We do good damage. Watch this, though. Ow. No worries. We just play ranged. Wait, we do so much damage at range. He can't even shoot us. All right, get up close. Come on. Oh! Just ignore Krux. What is he gonna do? Kill us? Ah! Level 78. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh! He does so much damage, but he's dying. He lived. Well, no, we killed him. Was this supposed to happen? Are we only supposed to take down your pet? He just teleported. Oh! He just teleported out. Oh!
Over there.
All right. Swap. Oh my God, he's so strong. Oh my. Dude. Okay. Now, I got enough rice balls. Fight me. Oh my God. Okay, I got it. Okay. Shima Inu. Oh! Please hit. Yes! Dude, he keeps going after my Spectrobes. Sure.
Over there.
I got you! Ult! Holy moly! Come back. Oh.
Over there. Get him. Come back.
Dude, he's getting sniped. All right, I gotta ult before he dies. And then I'm swapping him out. He missed!
Over there.
Oh, 6-7 damage. Oh! Chackin's dead. He's pogoing me. All good. Shoot a laser beam at him. Shoot him at least once, buddy. You're my strongest Spectro. I actually do good damage melee. I'm getting hit. 34 rice balls. I just ate 5. Where are you? I cannot believe that actually hit me.
Over there.
Who's that? All my Spectrobes are dying. Shima Inu.
Over there.
Come on. Oh, ow. Where'd he go? Oh, God. I just ate like 50 rice balls. Everyone's dying. I have like 2 Spectrobes left. I got him. I forgot what your name is, Spectrobe of mine. No, you died. I have 1. Commodores is not going to do anything. Go, Commodore. He just died immediately. We have 1 left. Shackin, how are you alive? He just jumped into the beam. It's cooked. He can't shoot. I'm gonna die. Kill it. Yes. Please, no 3rd phase. We have no more rice balls. All of our Spectrobes are dead. They're gonna do it to me. Oh my God, they're gonna do it to me. Do you hear the soundtrack? Mean Mog. Oh, that's a minus aura. And with that, we finally defeated Krux and stopped the Crawlosphere. Or so we think. The Crawlosphere is still intact, and we're relatively close to Wyterra's gravitational field. We still need to destroy this Crawlosphere, but also get out alive. But the question is, can we?
Yeah, split up.
What?
I'll find the core, and when I do, I'll activate the geo. Meanwhile, you get back to the ship and get ready to peel out of here the second I'm on board.
No way. You know I can't let you do that. Come on, we're a team.
Exactly, you're making my point. I need you to pull.
Does Rylan die?
You do.
Listen, I know you're trying
bro,
to
we got the
protect me.
Pegasus.
I'm going with you.
Gina, please. It's the only way. Gina, we're losing time. Just get the ship ready. I'll be fine.
Now you listen to me. If you don't make it back here in one piece, I'm coming in after you.
Yeah. So can I go now?
One more thing.
Don't know why we're doing this in the middle of an exploding Crawlosphere. It's like we got 5 minutes on Planet Namek. All right, let's do this. Oh, an actual cutscene. Oh, okay, this is fire.
I'm not through yet.
Did she just die?
Okay. Here goes. Ultimate form! Do it! Come on!
Oh my god, that's so cool. Okay, highly convenient that it didn't just blow up and kill all of us. There's a Spectrobes animated series. It's camp. Oh, okay.
Roland! Hey! Come on, are you okay? Answer me!
Got in, got out. Told ya.
And with that being said, we have now successfully saved the solar system. After a quick cutscene of us saying goodbye to everyone that we've met on our journey, we have a final full budget cutscene of Roland giving the former NPP badge Commander Grant lost all those years ago back to him. As we now, of course, go back home. And as we finish the game, I can't help but feel such a sense of, wow, this was a ride. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is the entire game of Spectrobes Origins. But of course, like I mentioned, we're not done yet. We still have to collect the remaining weapons as well as collect the remaining Spectrobes, which actually isn't even that hard because we've already kind of done most of it. First of all, I need to get the silver and gold Komai Inu, which involves collecting every weapon and collecting every Spectrobe. Luckily for us, we've collected most, if not all of the Spectrobes except for about a couple of their max forms. But then after we're done doing that, all we have to do is put in card input Spectrobes and then we're done. This should be every single Spectrobe now. I got all the evolved mineral I need. All I have to do is evolve the last couple, and everyone's max level because I excavated them at a high rate. So now there should be, I think Zozane, which is the goat. He's walking over right now. Look, he saw the evolve. Oh, no, this little sheep. But after these evolutions, we have the entire base, like, gallery done, except for the card input Spectrobes. I don't know how to do that, so I gotta figure it out after, right after this. Okay, let's see it. It becomes... That's actually pretty sick. Okay, I think I'm gonna put Zozane on my team though, because he is level, I think I excavated him level 80 or 90. And now all that's left is to get the card input Spectrobes, which is pretty cool. You have to basically form a constellation in the sky using their like code and whatnot, and it just gives you that Spectrobe. It's so freaking cool. Too bad we're never using them. I got an Optiger, incubator room 1. You don't have, no, I don't care about you. I have to do, how many do I have to do? I feel like I'm like putting in a gym locker code trying to steal someone's stuff in high school. This is ridiculous. I got a couple more. Wait, I remember this guy. So why do they even do these? Oh, cool. All right, man. He has like grapes on him. Here's the thing. When I get all my Spectrobes, I want to get my golden Komai Inu. So like, what if you're dumb and you just can't read? Oh, wow. This one's cool. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the secret cards on Invisimals. Wow. Okay, this one's really cool. The thing is though, it just looks cool. You know, there's no build up like the other forms and I don't really care for it. That's why. Like these, I don't think these have any evolutions at all, which is like cool, whatever. But after getting all of the card input Spectrobes, we now can look back into our database and admire all of the Spectrobe models before we're actually just done with this game forever. Spectrobes. All the Tekkas, Zens, Hikos, Torga, Zaza, Komai Inu, Leo, Zeni, Ukabi, Ryza, Paga, Shakin, Tamazoa, Zua, Dongu, Spiko, Pepe, Sabo, Hanami, blah, 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 Shimainu, Mayar, Tobasu, Gores, blah, 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 blah. And there, that's everyone. Where is my golden Komai Inu? And now with that, we've collected every Spectrobe, gotten every single weapon, and all we have to do is restart our game, and we're given our golden Komai Inu. And there it is. That's the 100% of Spectrobes Origins. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you guys have been enjoying the 100%, here's a lot more on the screen at the end of this video. I'm really glad that I checked out this game. I never thought I would enjoy such an old game like this. It's an absolute gem, and I think this is one of my favorite Wii games of all time now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been Adrian, guys.